Elimination using multiplication by Justin D'Souza. The learning objective of this lesson is to solve systems of equations by eliminating a variable using multiplication and addition. In fact, this can be even done by multiplication and subtraction, but whichever is easier, we will follow that. And to be very honest, multiplication and addition is the easiest. The solving systems of equation by elimination where the multiplication. These are the steps. If I read it out, I'm sure no one will understand. So we'll jump to a problem and you can see how easy it is to solve the problems. We have been given here to solve the system of equation, but look at it. Can we add and eliminate any of the variable, or can we subtract any of the variable and solve? It's not possible. The two methods which we have seen before is not possible here. So the way we do is multiplication, elimination by multiplication. What does that mean? Now you can see this both 3 and 5 are sadly not multiple. So now if I multiply 3 two times, I'm not going to get 5. So ignore this for now. But when you look at the x variable, I know 10x, that's fine, leave it. But 5, when I multiply it by 2, I'm going to get 10. So I can make these both equal. So what I need to know is, what should I multiply to 5? What should be multiplied to 5? This is the unknown. To get not 10. If I get 10, then again I need to multiply by 1, right? So let me make the opposite sign. If this is plus, I should get minus 10. If this was minus, then it should have been plus 10. So what should I multiply to get minus 10? So you can take this to the other side and divide minus 10 by 2, it will be minus 2. Or you can just analyze, think, okay, 5 times minus 2 will be minus 10. So I need to know this entire term must be multiplied by negative 2. In the sense, each term will be multiplied by minus 2. So let me write the above term as it is. That is the first one over here. 10x plus 5y equals 30. No change in that. But below, I need to change this entirely because it's multiplied by negative 2. So it will be minus 10x plus 6y equals plus 14. And now this cancels off because minus 10 plus 10 goes off. And over here, what happens? Oh, sorry. We have already changed the sign. Please don't go to change the sign again. That would be wrong. You have to just add it up. See, you're adding both sides, both the terms. 10 plus 10 minus 10 is 0. It's gone. 5 plus 6 is 11y. That is equal to 30 plus 14 is 44. See, this is plus 14 and 30. Now y to the 11 to the other side, it will be y equals 44 by 11. That is answer 4. So this is how we could solve it. Y is 4. If y is 4, what will be the x value? You should just substitute this y value to any one of this equation over here. So what you do is, the simpler one is the second equation. You don't need to multiply, the multiply not required. You can take the original equation because they are same equivalent equation. Choose the simplest one. I know y is 4, so all I need to do is 5x minus 3 times y will be 4 equals negative 7. Solve it. You can directly solve in calculator, but you can solve in steps as well. So you can take it to the other side. 5x equals, this is minus 7 itself. 4 times negative 3 will be minus 12. This is minus 12. When it goes to the other side, it will be plus 12. And we have 5x is equal to, this will be 5x is equal to 1, positive 1. So the solution set is 1, 4 because it's always x, y. So this is how we solve by multiplication. Now, the answer is, okay, there are steps done one by one, but you can directly do it because it's nothing much. The first step is basically multiplying 2 and getting this y. Next one is obviously finding the x. After you find y, directly substitute back and find x. So this is the solution set. Now I will quickly show you the calculator method as well, but throughout the lesson I will solve it by the multiplication method, but just to let you know in calculator how to solve it. Once you take your calculator out, press mode 5. Let me go back, mode. When you click, before clicking on 5, look at this. All the options have a specific purpose. Here equation, because these two are equations, simultaneous equations, so we press phi. And now here, each equation is a specific type. Now the fourth one is cubic, third one is quadratic, second one is having x, y and z variable. That must be three variables and the constant. Here there is only two variables, so click on one, that is x and y only. When you click on one, you get this. Now, if you had seen just a while ago, it is x plus y equals n, means the constant is separated by equal to. Yes, this is the same form we have. So write whatever is the number before the variable x over here. It's 10. Now here it's 5. And lastly we have 30. What about the next one? It's 5 minus 3. It's minus 3, and lastly we have minus 7. You can just press equal to, it will be 1 and 4. Directly you get the x and y answer. So that is how we basically solve this. Now we will look into another problem. Please do try to solve this by yourselves. Please pause the video now and try solving it by yourselves. Let us try this now together. Let's see the first term, x, 13 and 4. We will get a common multiple at a later stage, but now it's very hard to find it. So leave that because we can't directly get it. Let's see over here, 7 and 14. Now I know 14 is a multiple of 7. So if I just multiply this by 2 times, I'll get equal to 14. But I don't need 14, I need negative 14. So what do I have to multiply 7 to get negative 14? Whatever is the above, put minus sign. It will be minus 2, right? 7 times negative 2 is minus 14. So here when you solve it up, the above equation remains as it is. 14y equals 59. And what about the below equation? It will be entire thing multiplied by negative 2. So here it will be minus 8x. Now minus 14y equals minus 74. Okay. So this is the changes that happens in the second equation, because now we can see 14y minus 14y can be easily cancelled off. So here 13 minus 8 would be 5x. Cancel this off. That will be equal to 59 minus 74. So you need to solve it and write the negative number, because negative number is bigger. So it's 60, 70, it's 15 over here. And x will be equal to 3 when you divide both the sides. Sorry, I made a mistake over here. When you solve this, it will be minus 15, and take the 5 to the other side. It will be minus 15 divided by 5. It will be minus 3. So this is the answer. Now substitute this back in one of the simpler equation. I will choose 4x plus 7y equals 37. All I do is substitute this x value, that is minus 3, plus 7y equals 37. Now 4 times 3 is negative 12 plus 7y equals 37. And take this to the other side, it will be 7y equals 37 plus 12 will be 47, 49. And we know 7 squared is 49, so y equals 7. So this is the answer for y. The solution set would be minus 3, 7. You can even directly get in the calculator, because you're allowed to use scientific calculators. Yes, you can. But let's do the method and try to solve so you will understand it thoroughly. So the answer must be minus 3 and 7. Yes. Look at this problem. This is interesting because we need to use elimination to solve the system of equations. Now, we are generally using multiplication in this lesson, but if we just multiply the lower number by 2, to match this above, we won't get it. Say if I multiply 2 by anything, I won't get 3. Or even if I multiply 3, I won't get 4. So it's not like the previous case where it was 7, I just multiplied negative 2, I got minus 14, cancelled it out. In such cases, you can solve this by a method where you multiply these both coefficients to each other. In the sense, here 3x, now I'll just multiply. If I multiply this by this coefficient minus 2, it's going to be minus 6 up above. And if I multiply this coefficient over here, I'll get again minus 6. Then if I subtract them, if I add, it's not going to help. If I subtract them, it'll solve. But instead of subtracting, I can make this add if I just change one of the sign, right? So what I generally do is, see, I'll look at this. Okay, minus 2, I just multiply, and this is 3, so I need to multiply this by 3, the positive number multiplied as it is. So below it's already done, it will be minus 6. But here, instead of multiplying minus 2, it will be again minus 6, right? I just take the variable, I don't take the sign, 2. It's just that these two, whenever I multiply, one of that must be of opposite sign, one must be a real sign. So now 3 is proper. 3 is 3 itself, right? We have to take 3. But this one over here, 2, instead of multiplying minus 2, I did positive 2. Now let's do it. Let's multiply 2 throughout. It will be positive 6x. So the first term, I can easily now cancel it. Now let's do it throughout the entire equation. It will be plus 8y equals negative 44. And what about this? It will be 3 times 2 minus 2 is minus 6. The other terms will be 3 times 3 is 9y equals negative 8 3s are 24. Now this cancels off, and what are we getting over here? So this is same sign, just add them up. It will be 16 plus 1, 17y equals over here. You need to again add them because both are having same sign. Write the same sign. It will be 68. Now you can take 17 to the other side. Y equals, when you divide 78 by 17, it's 4 times minus 4. 17 4 times is 16. So this is the answer for y. Now it's very simple. Put it back in any of the equation. I'll take the simpler one. Minus 2x plus 3 times negative 4 is the y value equals negative 8. So take this to the other side. It will become minus 8. This minus 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 12 becomes plus 12 here, and minus 2x. So here we will have positive 4 equals minus 2x. X will be dividing both the sides by minus 2. You get minus 2 itself. So x value is minus 2, which we write first in the solution set. And then we have y, that is minus 4. So these are the solutions for this particular question. It will be over here. We can see the solution set. X is minus 2 and y is minus 4. So please remember, whenever you're writing the solution set, write the x value first and then the y value. Please do pause the video now and solve this problem by yourselves, and then continue the video, and we will solve it together. Here, 11 and 3, 6 and 9. So now which is simpler? It's both are simpler. Now over here, in such cases, even in the last case, I should have told you, I forgot to tell you, it is easier if you take both positive variable. I think so we had both positive in the last problem as well. We should have taken this, it would have been much easier. But anyways, even if you take any, you can solve it. Now I will tell you how to take both positive and solve it. Now here, this is 11x, 3x. I need to multiply this by 3 and this by 11. It's up to you, just make one negative. So I will just make this negative, okay, minus 3. I have to multiply this throughout. One must be of opposite sign, other one will be of same sign. So this is what we need to do to change these two equations. So what happens is 11 times 3 is minus 33x. Minus 3 times minus 6 is plus 18y. And lastly we have negative 75. Same thing over here. It will be 33x. But this is positive because it's positive 11 plus 99y. And over here we have 660. Okay. What next? We solve it up. Over here we have negative, positive, this cancels. Over here we will have 117y equals. Now when we solve this up, it will be 585. So y will be equal to, divide both the sides. Let me just check. Yeah, everything is proper. Divide both the sides by 117. Here you will get some 4 or 5. Let's just use calculator now. We will just write these two terms, a 585 divided by 117, because we are divide throughout. When we divide 117, it will be 1 over here. It's 5. The answer is 5. So y equals 5. Now just substitute this at any of the equation and solve. I will choose the below equation. Even above is fine, because this is 11, so it's easier because 11 tables is easy. But anyways, 3 times x plus 9 times y, that is 5, equals 60. So 3x remains. What happens over here is this, I will take it to the other side. 9 times 5 is 45, but it'll be 60 minus 45 because I moved it to the other side of equal to. So it's 3x equals, over here we will have 15 remaining. X is equal to positive 5 as well. Both are 5 and 5. So the solution set must be 5, comma 5. So that will be the answers. It's 5 and 5, you can see over here. And by the way, all the problems can be checked by using calculators. So just do check once you get the answer, to again verify whether your answers are correct or wrong. Now, comics. George's comic book collection consists of single issue that costs $4 each and paperback collections that cost $12 each. He has 100 books in all. His collection costs him $616. Write and solve a system of equation to determine how many single issues and paperback issues George has in his collection. I hope you remember the previous lesson. It's similar to that. We need to write equations and then solve it up. So whenever they have told he has a total of so many books. So first comic book is single issue and one more is paperback issue. So I will do x and y. This single issue, I will consider it to be x and paperback to be y. So if I add x plus y, how much is the total books he has? It's 100. That's the first equation. And whenever the cost is given, you need to multiply the amount per each book to this x. Now, single issue x is $4 each. So it will be 4x here plus this is how much? $12 each for paperback. So it will be 12y. And the total is 616 here. Now we have to just solve this up. Now you can see if I multiply the above equation by -4, it will be much easier because then I can eliminate the first term. So all I do is I'll multiply this by -4. So I'll have minus 4x, sorry, it's not plus, it'll be minus throughout, minus 4y equals -400. The below equation remains the same so that we can eliminate the variable x. Now this cancels off. We can solve it up over here. So it'll be 8y equals, we have 216. It will be more than 20 for sure. It's less than, we'll just use the calculator here. It'll be about 25 or something. Let's just put this 216 divided by 8. It is 27. Now this would be 27 here. That is y value. Y is 27. So just substitute this in any of the equation and solve. Now I'll use the first equation because it's much easier. X plus y equals 100. So x plus 27, that is y, equals 100. Take this 27 to the other side. X equals 100 minus 27. That will be x is equal to 73. So this is the solution set. I mean x value and y value. So y is 27. So the solution set would be 73, 27. So he has 73 single issue books, which cost him $4 each, and 27 of paperback collection. So when you add them all up, per each it's $4 and $12. It's total of 616, and the total number of books you can add it over here, it's 100. Now we will look into the next problem. This is the method. See, over here they have just shown in detail. Let's just look over here. They have written the equations, the same equations we got, and then solve one by one. And finally, the solution set was 73 single issue and 27 paperback issue. That's the correct answer. Now we have a check problem. This is the last problem in this lesson. A software company releases two products, a home version of their photo editor, which costs $20, and professional version, which costs $45. The company sells 100 copies. Now again over here, first let's take X and Y. Now what I'm going to take X is the home version X and the professional version will be Y. So when I add X plus Y, that must give me 1000 because they are selling total of 1000 copies. and the earning of total revenue of 38,075. So that means the first one, home edition, it was $20 per egg for X, that's per copy, and $45 for the professional one. Totally, they earn 38,075. Now this is enough. You can easily solve it up. Now the first question is just to write this equation. So this is the solution for the part A. Part B is just solving up. Here, the first equation, what I'll be doing is I'll multiply it by 20 throughout. Not 20, sorry, minus 20. So I can easily solve it up. So let me just do it. Minus 20x minus 20y equals minus 20,000. And over here we have 20x plus 45y equals 38,075. So if I cancel this off, when I add them up, this cancels off. Over here you will have 25y equals, here it will be 18,075. That's remaining positive because this is negative, right? And y, now we can use our calculators easily. We can see this 18,000 and this 25. It's more than 5,000 for sure, 500 for sure. Let's solve it. 8075 divided by 25 will be 723. Now the only guess I did was more than 500 because this to 18,000, more than 12,500 would be 500. It's 18,000, so it is 723. Next, just substitute this back over here in the initial equation. So x plus y value is 723, must be equal to 1000. So take it to the other side, you will get x is equal to, sorry, this is 1000. 1000 minus 723. Here then, x will be equal to, it will be 277 over here. So that is the answer, 277 and 723. When you add them up, it'll be 1000. So this was the first equation. Now we wrote in x and y, that's fine. H and P also is fine. And here we got 277 and 723, both are correct. And okay, how many software companies sold home versions? Home version was the X value we assume. It's 277 and the professional version base 723. This is how we can solve this. And that's the end of this lesson. I hope you have found it beneficial. Please do subscribe to my channel and please do share the video links with your friends, anyone who can benefit from it. All the videos for grade 9, 10, 11 and 12 advanced are being explained in this channel. Please do support me by subscribing and liking and sharing my videos. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Until then, happy learning.